So there was a time not too long ago where pretty much if you had an iPhone that had the game Flappy Bird on it, you were able to sell this device for way more than what you bought it for. I mean, people were selling these iPhones for like 20 grand and it was all the rage. People thought they were going to flip them. And even up until like 2-3 years ago, I was still seeing iPhones being sold with Flappy Bird on them. This ended up transitioning to Fortnite not too long ago. So when the Epic Games, the whole entire debacle with them and Apple ended up going on, they ended up pretty much being removed completely from the App Store. In my opinion, I guess it was kind of justifiable, but it was also kind of annoying because a lot of people loved Fortnite. And unfortunately, we weren't able to bring that specific game over to our specific, iPhone anymore. And guess what? People ended up, downloading it somehow or sideloading it, and they ended up reselling those iPhones. In my opinion, the worst iPhone you can ever buy, in my opinion, whether it's an iPhone 12 Pro, whatever it is, whatever iPhone you're buying that's considered a rare type of iPhone, it is, in my opinion, the worst type of device you can ever buy. The main reason for this is pretty much those things. There's always going to be workarounds, whether there's a sideload application, whether there is a online method, aka some way you can download it and use it via cloud method. There are so many other alternatives. Even going through and buying an Android phone or buying a console that can still play those games, it's going to be a much better experience that way than if you actually go through and purchase one of these rare devices. And I still see so many of these iPhones being sold. Now, this also kind of trickles down, in my opinion, into pretty much the iPhones that are stuck on certain iOS versions. Now, if you know what you're doing, then by all means go for it. I love collecting iPhones and I love talking about iOS versions and all that. However, there is a pretty big issue when it comes down to these iPhones that you're buying in hopes to possibly either bypass a certain thing with the iPhones, jailbreak them. There are so many jailbreaks and so many things going on over time that it really doesn't make too much sense to purposely buy an iPhone that is, on an older version of software unless you know what you're doing. If you're a, jailbreak enthusiast and you know all these iOS versions and everything, then it makes sense to go down that road. But if you're somebody who just kind of hears about, I want an old iPhone on iOS 13 still or whatever, if there's no reason for it, I wouldn't recommend buying those iPhones either. Any one of these type of rare devices at that level, it really makes no sense. Now, if you're stepping it up a notch and you're trying to buy sealed iPhones, there have been so many people who've been scammed from buying sealed iPhones. So again, unless you can now 100% verify the person you're buying these iPhones from, that they are sealed and they are of authentic condition and everything, then you should be okay for the most part. This isn't as crazy big of a deal because not everyone's buying a sealed iPhone every single day, but this is another thing I've seen a lot of people run into, and it's another one of those areas where I'd probably recommend looking into and just double and triple checking and asking yourself, do you really want to buy this? And just making sure that they're not, and just making sure that, they're of the same quality that you bought them for. So that pretty much covers it. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.